Oh boy, the new appointee for the chairman of the Federal Reserve Board is in big trouble. Democrats don't like him, and they're out to get him. Kevin Warsh showed up on Capitol Hill Tuesday to be told by Senator Elizabeth Warren that he was just a sock puppet for the Trump administration. Democrats want their Fed chairman independent of the administration in office, willing to make their own decisions, whatever the president might think. Well, at least if the president is a Republican. But there's a question that needs answering. Why does the Fed chairman have to be independent of the party in power? I mean, the agriculture secretary doesn't declare communism and institute Soviet-style collective farms just because she wants to. And thank the Lord, the commissioner of the IRS can't raise tax rates 50% based on a feeling he had at dinner last night. Okay, the Fed may not be some sort of huge scam dropped on the country to bleed the average American dry, but it sure looks like one. At least the president is elected and answerable to the people. Why should the person who controls our money supply be like some sort of demigod who can proclaim what a dollar is worth and change it from day to day? And why do we have a giant organization that supposedly exists to preserve the dollar, but has lowered its purchasing power by 90% since the Vietnam War years? Warsh said some good things during the hearing, that the Fed has lost its way and wandered far beyond its assigned duties. Those are nice words, but in reality, we don't need a Fed. It hasn't prevented recessions and has even caused some, such as back in 2009. It hasn't prevented runaway inflation. It hasn't kept us from throwing away the gold standard for toilet paper money. All this country really needs is a government office that is assigned to keep the value of the dollar the same. It could declare an ounce of gold to be worth $1,000. We'll never get back to 35. And hold it right there. Any spending by the government that would threaten that would be disallowed. The problem with that idea is that Congress wouldn't have the chance to wildly overspend as it has for the past 25 years, leaving members of Congress with nothing to do but follow the Constitution. And what fun is that? The whole idea of America was that it's run by its people, and those in government are answerable to them. That's why we call them civil servants. The Fed was set up to be both independent of government and the people, and that's enough to make one suspicious of why they did that. The chairman of the Fed can be accused of being a sock puppet, but the reality is if the president or the people aren't in charge of him, who is? And actually, if the Fed's rulers did only what the government needed, a sock puppet would be just fine.